Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Dave Slowmo86. Thanks for the suggestion, Dave. You asked, what does Eco Mode actually do? Eco Mode is one of those mysterious little buttons on your dashboard that promises to save fuel and help the planet. But when you press it, the car doesn't sprout solar panels or start singing Kumbaya. Instead, it just feels slower. So, what's actually happening under the hood when you activate Eco Mode? Is it just an elaborate placebo button? Let's break down exactly what Eco Mode does, right here on Explaining Everything. Eco Mode has a reputation. Some drivers think it's a magical technology that transforms their car into an eco-warrior, cutting fuel usage by half, planting trees in your honor, and maybe even refilling your coffee cup. The truth? It's more like your car saying, hey, let's just take it easy for a bit. When you turn on Eco Mode, your vehicle doesn't suddenly switch to running on recycled unicorn tears. It's still the same car, just slightly more restrained. Think of it like putting your car on a diet. It's still capable of all its usual tricks, but it's going to pace itself and avoid anything too snacky on fuel. Here's where Eco Mode makes its first big move: throttle response. Normally, when you press the gas pedal, your car's engine responds like an enthusiastic golden retriever. In Eco Mode, that enthusiasm is toned down. The engine takes your foot's request for speed and says, sure, but let's not rush. We've got all day. Technically, what's happening is that the car's computer is adjusting how much power it delivers when you press the accelerator. You can still go fast if you really push it, but Eco Mode stretches out the delivery so you're not guzzling fuel every time you move from a stoplight. The upside? Better fuel economy. The downside? Merging onto the highway feels a little like convincing your grandpa to jog. It'll happen, but you'll need patience. Next up, the transmission. Normally, your car changes gears based on how you're driving. Flooring it means the car will hold a lower gear longer so you can accelerate faster. In Eco Mode, the transmission gets very polite. It upshifts earlier, drops RPMs, and tries to keep the engine in the most fuel-efficient range possible. Imagine a librarian shushing every loud gear change. No, let's keep it quiet in here. This means the engine isn't working as hard, which saves fuel. But it also means if you suddenly decide to pass a truck on a country road, you might find yourself shouting at the engine like, "Come on, move it," while it reluctantly drops a gear. Eco Mode doesn't just mess with speed. It also takes a look at other things sucking power from your car. And one of the biggest culprits, air conditioning. When Eco Mode is on, your AC becomes more conservative. The compressor runs less often, and the fan speed might lower slightly. This keeps your engine from using extra fuel to power the climate system. It's like your car saying, do you really need Arctic winter in here? How about slightly cool spring breeze instead? On some models, Eco Mode also dials back other power-hungry systems like seat heaters, heated mirrors, or that one USB port you forgot was charging a Bluetooth coffee warmer. Let's be honest, the #1 complaint about Eco Mode is, it makes my car feel like it's pulling a trailer full of bricks. And yes, it does. On purpose. The entire goal of Eco Mode is to reduce aggressive acceleration and high fuel consumption. Speed costs energy, and quick acceleration costs even more. Eco Mode basically encourages you to drive like you're being graded on politeness. This slower feel is actually the magic at work. By stretching out acceleration and shifting earlier, you naturally use less fuel because your car isn't guzzling gas to keep up with every impulse you have. Think of it as the driving equivalent of eating slowly. You still get to the end, but you consume less along the way. It's not a miracle button, and it's not secretly switching your car to run on moonlight and good intentions. It's a set of smart adjustments working quietly in the background. It reduces throttle sensitivity so you accelerate more gradually, shifts gears earlier to keep the engine in a fuel-efficient range, dials back power-hungry systems like the air conditioning to lighten the load, and even manages to gently shame you into driving like a responsible adult. The result is a modest bump in fuel efficiency and a calmer driving experience, as long as you're okay with sacrificing a bit of pep. Next time you hit that button, just know, it's not laziness, it's strategic laziness, and your gas tank will thank you for it. If you learned something new about your car, don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, drive safe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.